right, so let's get into the cup. Let's go to question number 1.
All right.
I'll shake it around. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll pass it over to Junior first. Take one. Just hold it for now. Stan, take one. And then I'll take one. And then whoever wants to start, I'll just leave it like that. Whoever wants to start out, you start out. So just read it out loud and then we'll just go from there.
Arrogance versus confidence.
All right. So as a statement, what do you feel about arrogance versus confidence in the business world? Because everything is related back to being a CEO. Business world, we're people that we run our own businesses. We're trying to run our own business. What do you take from that, arrogance versus?
Well, honestly, when I think about arrogance versus confidence, the first thing that I say is, okay, how does one determine that somebody's arrogant? You feel me?
Right.
So then I think about the opposite, being humble. Right? How do you become humble? And I hate this whole thing about, oh, you should be humble and oh, this person's a humble person. I believe that the only time you're really humble is if you have something. Because if you broke and you humble like you're supposed to be, you feel me? Like this doesn't really make sense. But
I feel like, when we talk about arrogance and confidence, I feel like once you start to, like what we're doing, right? We're visionaries, we're starting our own businesses, and it's like, I feel like people automatically will go, once you reach a certain point, Stan is arrogant. And is it arrogance if you come across as a confident person that understands what you want and you're going after it?
No, not at all.
Is that a trait that's hard to kind of...
I think it changes based on frequency. If you are of this caliber of frequency, anybody below that frequency will take your confidence and say it's arrogant. Even I've seen billionaires and I've seen millionaires call them arrogant. But billionaires don't think they're arrogant. Because whenever you're on a certain frequency, it might come across as, oh, this person's being arrogant. Maybe because they just don't understand that lingo. It's a different type of conversation. Right. It just feels a little weird to overconfidence.
But see, that's the thing. Is like their perception is like their reality in a sense. So if they look at you as something that they aspire to be, they might look at it like, why are you flexing? But you're just doing you. You know what I mean? You've been doing you for so long. You know what works and what doesn't. So if you're confident in what you do, someone might look at it as arrogant, but that doesn't change the fact. I think you said about humility. Yeah. I think that's the difference. I think like when you're arrogant, you're just trying to brag. When you're confident, it's just like you will still perform even if no one's watching.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
That's a good one. But here's the thing too. Like, I feel like when you try to like be like humble and have humility, I still find like people still take it as arrogance. Like it doesn't matter. So like if we're sitting in a room like this, like we're talking, right? And we can have conversation, and you sit at the table with some other dudes, and you're having conversation, and you're like, no, like this is what I want to do, and it's just automatic. Even if you're trying to be humble about it, and you word it a certain way, people take it as like, oh, this guy's an arrogant, cocky guy. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
because the frequency. Because they're looking at you and they can't understand your frequency.
Yeah.
They don't understand the level that you're
a
at.
different language.
And honestly, when you're at a certain level, you can talk based on the level that you're at. Because if you've done something in the past, you've proven yourself, you can talk like that. But they don't understand that frequency. So whenever you come across, or you, at that point, it's like your presence brings that. So no matter what you say, they're going to call you arrogant regardless.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
you can't
facts.
win that battle.
You can't win that battle. That is not up to you what they think.
No.
And
you can't control how people
perceive you. Nah, you can't.
But I feel like as men, why do we need to feel that way? Is it an ego thing? Because I've been around, I'm sure you guys have, I've been around guys that have made millions more dollars than me. And I look at it more as like, why don't I learn how to take notes from this dude? Like, yeah, he looks a certain way, he may talk a certain way, but I'm like, bro, like I don't feel threatened by that. I'm more like, can I learn from you? Yeah. Bring me along for the ride. But that's my mindset. So I don't know.
They say that every great mentor was once a great student.
100%.
You know what I mean? You look at it from that's why you are where you're at, because you look at it
Mm-hmm.
opportunity to level up. Where some people look at it like, nah, he's just being arrogant. Mm-hmm. It's like, nah.
Because it's easier, honestly, I'm starting to realize now, it's easier to hate.
100%.
Like, it's just so much easier to hate. Somebody rather be like, yo, you know what, call you arrogant, downplay you.
Right.
So it makes them feel a certain type of way. Like people like these like small moments that make them feel like
100.
like there's something.
100. I even realize, what people will do is they'll start to create your path and your story. So for you, so they'll be like, yo, the only reason why Junior's doing so good, and they started like that. They started like, yo, the only reason why is because, and then they start listing all these things like
trying
that.
to downgrade all the work you put in, all the time you put in, just that. Oh yeah, he got lucky, got a cosign from so and so. That's why he's there.
Exactly.
Are you crazy, bro? I've been putting in the work. What do you mean? You weren't there when I was eating spaghetti and shit.
You weren't.
Like, come on, don't disrespect that, fella. See that? Weird things.
Yeah.
Weird.
The joke is if people who have that mindset would just ask themselves, like, do you really think that's just that one reason? They know they lying to you. They're lying out their teeth.
And to me, it's crazy that you wouldn't. Again, like maybe we have to learn. And I think, like I said, these talks are good for people to listen to. Like you have to change your mindset to go. You know what? Like, bro, Junior's doing better than me. Let me be around Junior. I need Junior's energy. I need Stan's energy. Like, show me what you guys are doing, how I can level up like you. Like, why would I want to be like, all right, it's only because of whatever. Like, bro, I could whatever. I could match that energy and whatever. And it doesn't always work that way.
I totally agree with that.
It's tough. It's ego. Ego is one of those things. It's this fake little narrative, whatever, in your head, the story that you created, and now you just want to live this story so bad.
Right.
Instead of learning, and that's the difference between people who really want change in their life and really want to evolve and be better versus people that rather just play the victim card or rather just play an excuse or rather just say, oh, this person's arrogant, because it erases the fact that